from there, she gave me her address, and we just started talking. And one thing led to another, and we started dating and everything. I sent her a letter that had some really crappy drawings on it, and just like a really cheesy letter. I'm like really cheesy and bad at writing letters, and she gladly wrote a letter back and sent pictures that she drew. And it just sprouted from there. We just kept talking, and in her letters she wrote like, "You're my prince to my princess," and stuff like that. And in her letters she said like she doesn't care how cheesy the letter was. She loved how cheesy it was, and she loved my hair and how sweet I was. And I don't know, the whole entire thing like just made me feel amazed inside, made me feel like she was the one. Like I knew she was my soulmate from like the first moment that I saw her. And I still feel that way. And I feel like sometime down the road that we'll meet up again, even if she's with another man right now. But while I was working at my old job, she would always call on my lunch break. It's usually around 9 o'clock in the afternoon. And she'd call just to talk to me, just to fall asleep on the phone. And I would gladly do it, and I thought it was like the cutest thing ever. And we had our struggles. She struggled with her depression and some of her problems, and I would talk to her about it, and like she would always say like that it's not gonna work out and everything like that. And I would always tell her and reassure her that everything's gonna be alright. Like I'm not gonna ever stop fighting for us, because I know that we're meant to be. And I never stopped, even though me myself was always questioning stuff, because I was never liked growing up, and she was like the first person that honestly liked me and loved me for me. And I mean, I know I've caused a lot of problems to her and like more depression as well, but at the same time, I always made her happy. Like I would always threaten that I was gonna kill myself or hurt myself because I loved her so much and I didn't want to lose her. And that caused her some more problems, but at the same time, it made her know that like I loved her, that she's the one person that I wanted to be with and that I would die for. But in my eyes, it's like if you have somebody that you're willing to die for, it's worth it if you honestly love them. Even though she thought it was stupid, that's how much I loved her. I would literally take a bullet for her. And I don't know exactly quite how to explain it, but we struggled for a while. But in the end, we always worked it out. Never once in the whole entire relationship did I ever want anybody else in my life except for her. I want anybody else in my life. Excuse me. I don't want anybody else in my life except for her. But when I got out of my last independent living program or whatever, that first night I drove 57 miles from Sioux Falls to Worthington, Minnesota to go see her. I went up there and showed up there at 3 o'clock in the morning, waiting for the morning to come to take her to school. And I was happy just to do that, just to see her. Her father, on the other hand, wasn't for me showing up so early, but in my eyes, it was worth it. And that whole day after dropping her off, I was like so happy. And it's something that I won't forget.